Hello, everyone. This is What You Tokuing About, a podcast that's very popular with the girls. And also a show. I think we can say this. We're the first podcast to officially endorse killing God if they're evil.
Yes.
Going into hell and killing God. I'm fine with it. We're all fine with it. I think we're good. Mm-hmm. Hunter and Stix, do you agree or disagree?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I do.
Especially if they're being mean to girls.
Very mean to girls.
I mean, is it a little complicated when it gets into, like, a man with a giant penis-esque sword kills a naked lady?
Yeah.
Who's the evil god? There's some Freudian stuff there, but I'm not gonna... I don't have a PhD in advanced women's studies. I don't know what is going on. So...
Ladies, you tell us.
I'm a guy...
Tell us this really awkward and kind of easy symbolism.
I can't listen. It's so awkward and so easy symbolic. I just have to assume that it's actually smart and self-aware. It's actually 3 steps ahead of us. Anyway, I'm Russ. With me, as always, is Hunter and Stix, 2 god killers of their own.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we are still. I guess we're wrapping up Garo. I was about to say we're still going through Garo, but that's it of season 1.
Right.
I mean, there is plenty more Garo. It's a huge, expansive franchise that goes on and on and on.
With a billion spinoffs, yeah.
But hey, we're seeing how the sausage first got made, where the formula first got stirred up. Mm-hmm. And I think overall we liked it. We liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
I did.
Yeah. It's a well-made show.
I guess I should say it like one single tear as I turn my cheek so you can't see it. I did enjoy it. And I'm not going to miss it in the slightest.
No.
Not
one bit.
One bit. So yeah, anyway, we'll get more into that later. Just real quick, I always start the show by saying, hey, thanks to people leaving comments, people who are hitting like on the YouTube video, leaving reviews on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It helps our growth, helps us get to more Toku fans, which, I just want to find an interesting group of people. And like, Toku is such a... It almost feels like the Little Big genre. You know what I mean?
It is.
It has like these 3 pillars. It's these 3 pillars, but these 3 pillars have decades of history. Mm-hmm. You could go into your own little rabbit hole on each. I mean, I think there's another. I've seen another Ultraman podcast floating around. We should probably reach out to them at some point. But there are like these small pockets you can get into with these franchises that somebody who is maybe like the world's most hardcore Kamen Rider fan could be like, What's Garo?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. It's something.
And even though it has
something so big can also be something so niche. It's very strange.
I know.
Right.
It's so interesting. So it's almost like I would love, because we even got some comments on the last episode like, hey, I had 0 interest in Garo, or I watched the first 2 episodes and wasn't interested, but your guys' discussion made me want to get more into it. And I'm like, that's so interesting, because I'm one of those people, I love to like, I'm not a completionist anyway, I'm not a collector, but I love to sample and find like weird stuff or like talk about it. Mm-hmm. And I it'd be nice. But also I'm sure there's somebody who's just like, I listen to Power Ranger stuff, and I don't think any of them are getting to Geki Ranger anytime soon. So I'm thankful you guys did that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm fine with either way, but it's just fun. But you know what? I just want more, to chat with more people and get to connect with more Toku fans.
Me too.
So yeah, please share. Let's get the numbers up. Help out, we ain't Jimmy Beast. Help us out.
Make alternate accounts on YouTube.
Line go up.
Speaking of evil horrors that might have to be destroyed,
yes.
Could easily be a Garo horror villain, evil YouTuber who preys on people's weaknesses. But anyway, we are finishing up Garo. It's from 2005?
Yes.
The 2005 first series in the franchise. We watched episodes 13 through 25. Like we said, we were enjoying it. Is there any Toku news we should go into real quick? I always just leave like a 5-minute chunklet.
Well,
is there?
There is one, and it's more of kind of a sad one. Kenji Oba, veteran of the Tokusatsu medium. Well, just kind of like special effects film, and not even just that, like just action and stunts. He passed away recently, the past few days ago. Just legendary guy. He was in 2 early Super Sentai as one of the Rangers. Battle Fever J and Denji Man, and he was Gavon himself, Space Sheriff Gavon, extremely important television show. He's just doing crazy stunts every week. And then he's just an amazing stuntman, very charming and charismatic to go. He was a triple threat, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. It was so funny. I've only watched, I own the Gavin Blu-ray that Discotech put out.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've watched the first 13 episodes. I would love to finish it someday, but of the homework I've given myself, I think this podcast is kind of taking precedence, but I hope to get back to it someday.
Mm-hmm.
The show is very formulaic. It's very classic show, but his fucking personality sparkles through. He's so charismatic. And you don't get a lot from his character or his plotline, but like immediately, like this guy he like comes off like a star.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
There's a reason he became a popular guy. And he could just do all these stunts, and do all these like great action scenes. It's amazing that he can do all of that while also just being a cool guy to watch. Just say lines. Right.
And, like, I think in one of the episodes they have, I don't know if it's necessarily a tribute to Indiana Jones or a tribute to, just like adventure serials that got imported to Japan. Mm-hmm. But they have like an episode that's just him avoiding traps, and he's doing flips and jumps and stunts that you'd never see a modern performer risk it all like he did. So that sticks in my memory of like, this guy's legit. He's no joke.
Right. He was part of like the Japan Action Club back in the day, which is like basically for having actors get trained to do stunts and all that shit. And it's still today. It's called JAE, I think, Japan Action Enterprise. So yeah, great, cool guy. And it's very sad to see him go after all these years. He made lots of cameos in so many different series. Like, for example, Geki Ranger. He was John's dad, Dan, I think.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's remembered for a reason, and it's sad to see him go.
Right. Yeah, it's always nice when you can. Oh, sorry.
I was just finish what you were saying first, because mine's I have a bit of news, but it's a little more upbeat than this. So
mine was going to be a transition back into the material, so we can.
Oh well. Speaking on that, relating a little bit to Garo, really strange localization company Media Blasters.
Oh god, those guys, yeah.
Has announced that they are releasing more Garo stuff. Because this year they actually released, I think it's Garo Taiga.
Yeah, Garo Taiga is like the 20th anniversary movie that's about Koga's dad, which we saw in episode 4.
And
gotcha.
Yeah, and they are planning on releasing more soon. So I guess they just have the Garo license now. I don't remember who has the original show.
It was some random company that doesn't.
It was released through Sentai's. Yeah, it was one of Sentai's labels.
Yeah.
So Kraken Publishing. I own a couple of those Blu-rays. Only half of the show we watched this time, which was very annoying to me. But
okay. So we're just never getting those releases again. Gotcha.
Unless someone picks it back up. Hi, Discotech.
Yeah.
Hi. It's gonna be Media Blasters.
It's gonna be fucking Media Blasters. They have a thing with Keita Amemiya now, and like Toku type stuff that's not like the kids stuff. Like they released Keita Amemiya's Kamen Rider stuff in the 90s. They released not technically Keita Amemiya, but they released Kamen Rider the first and the next, which is the 2005-2007 movies.
I know those are licenses they already had from the mid to late 2000s, so I guess they were just allowed to re-up them, but they Toei gives them a lot.
Yes.
I saw the special edition of those direct-to-video movies, and they gave them here's just this special we filmed at a theme park. You guys can just put that on the Blu-ray. Sure.
Oh, or like, hey, I think that's probably because I was on the original Japanese Blu-rays. That's probably why. Or like, hey, we managed to commission interviews with like Keita Amemiya, Makoto Yokoyama, and Toshiki Inoue. I guess we just have the funding and clout to get that. I don't know how the fuck, but yeah.
You know, I think it's true what they say. There are no people on planet Earth that respect the form of art than pornographers.
Yeah, and it's crazy though, because every fucking Kamen Rider series or release they've done so far, it's like, oh, we had a quality error. We have replacement discs, and it's like, god damn it, guys.
I mean, to be fair, that's just Media Blasters, baby. I mean, out of all the licensors, like the boutique ones out right now, they are by far the smallest. They've been around the longest, though.
They've been around the longest, but
Right.
they are
So, like
they're so small. Like you have a guy who's like the owner of the company doing like Facebook videos, and it's like, all right.
I mean, from what I've heard, they just have really good customer service, so I can't fault them too much, I guess.
Right.
But,
I mean, yeah, they have good, like for example, I didn't even have to get a replacement disc because my disc didn't even come in because the first disc came in and somebody noticed the error for like the 90s movies and like, oh, we caught that. Any future like orders or like any orders that haven't already been sent out will be replaced. So it's like, okay, I don't have to worry about that. I'll get it. I don't have to worry about the delay. Apparently there's replacement discs for like the first and the next, but I didn't notice any issues. I might have to look into that though.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, wanted to bring that up because that is very integral to what we're talking about.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I know Russ is looking at the time right now and looking at the recap and really wanting to go on. So Russ, I'm gonna throw it to
It's
you.
fine. It's fine.
Mhm.
And all I was gonna say earlier was I was just gonna say, you know, he's gonna be missed, and it's always fun watching a show and being, oh, it's a that guy, and Garo is a lot of, oh, it's that guy. Like every episode, there's at least 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a that guy, which I was gonna ask Stix here if you had any more production talk or any like casting you wanted to talk about, or if you just want to go in.
I mean, I got basically all of it down last time, but I mean, I don't know. Makoto Yokoyama is an amazing action director. He really goes in. I don't know what else to say. He's an amazing action director. He really goes in. And Keita Amemiya, it's so funny. We'll get into it later, but like he has a vision, and the CG guys they got for this, the studio Omnibus Japan, they really fulfilled his ambitions. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
It's crazy because the only previous one that is this big budget from Keita Amemiya is Teikoki Mikazaki from 2000. But before that, like his 90s stuff, it wasn't this big budget. It's so funny seeing him just easily adapt, and now it's like sort of like a late style for him is this heavy CG usage. I don't know.
I love Hikaider, but it is just 2 costume guys, and similarly to Garo, they are just guys in big armor. They don't really move a whole ton. It's all through like the editing and the sound design that you
and the sets and like just kind of like ambiance that sells you on it. And of course Zeiram's
there's like stormtroopers, but the stormtroopers might as well just be like hockey pads and
I don't know. No, Hikaider I'm not going to fault too much. I think it looks great. Zeiram also go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
Without the lighting or the sound design or like I think the motorcycles are pretty cool too, actually. But like without that to sell it, like if you put like turned on regular lights on, you'd be like, oh, this
that's just Tokusatsu in a nutshell.
Oh yeah.
But
you don't got the right squims on. It only looks like a children's entertainment at a theme park. Wait a minute.
Wait a sec. Anyway. Anyway, but yeah. And of course, I don't think I actually mentioned this last time. Taiga, Koga's dad, is played by Hiroyuki Watanabe. A very cool actor with a lot of experience in tokusatsu and just TV and film in general in Japan. I didn't really mention that a few years ago he did pass away from suicide, but I know that's a really dark thing. But it's just this thing we just gotta get out there because I'm sure someone will mention it sometime in the comments or something like that. It's very unfortunate because he's a very cool guy, very good actor, a lot of charisma. We only got 1 episode with him, and he really sold his role. So
Yeah, he
right.
did.
But yeah. Anyway, let's get to the real meat, the recap.
All right. There's a lot of recap.
Mm-hmm.
More recap than I probably should have. I probably should have cut some of it out.
Russ cap.
A lot of Russ cap, yeah. But I said, you know what? God damn it. I'm going to try and cover as much of the show as I can, even though I had to drop some plot lines. Anyway, so let's get started. All right, everyone, quick recap. We start with an episode that's a recap, which is funny because I already did a recap of this stuff, so I'm recapping a recap of plot material I've already recapped. That means I need to get serious and start recapping the first 12 episodes. Oh, no. So let's begin. Koga is a Makai Knight. Makai Knight? Have I been saying it wrong?
Makai.
Makai, yes, I was saying it right. Anyway, a Makai Knight, and Kaoru is his chief. No, I'm just playing. Honestly, these 12 episodes need way more of a recap than those last 12, so I will commence with that. Oh wait, they're recapping another recap, but it's a recap of a thing we don't know already. I guess you would call that a flashback. And if you think about it, all media is recapping events, but they play as new information to us because we aren't there, because it's fictional. Does that make sense?
Yes.
No, let's just continue. All you need to know is we're getting a recap of our favorite dual-sworded edgelord, Zero. He had a picturesque life, secluded in the wilderness, hanging with his GF and her dad, and he has only one problem, though, which is that they were gruesomely murdered, which is bad. Only catching a glimpse of their murder, all he knows is that it was a Makai Knight with a wolf-esque form, which now makes him suspect Koga, and also makes him weirdly misogynist. Trauma's weird, folks. Speaking of weird misogyny, he tries to kiss on Kaoru as some sort of flirting maneuver or like weird, I don't know. Anyway, so he tries to do that, Mac on Kaoru against her will, and that puts her, and Koga in the middle of quite an uncomfortable situation, especially when Zero and Koga are forced to a CG-heavy, side-scrolling horror beat-em-up style fight together. Though both victorious, Zero still thinks Koga might be the figure who murderized his potential wifey and then in-law. Speaking of murdering women, there's a weird episode about an artist guy who captures women and sculpts statues of them. But when he alters or deforms said mixed material figures, his female victims are violently dismembered along with them. As you can tell, that's no bueno. He also seems like a bit of a bad kisser. Koga tries to track his ass down and kill him, but this deviant of art spawned in Western Makai Knight territory, of course. Apparently, the city's owners didn't take ancient mystical ley lines into account, and so Koga has to sit back and let Zero take care of it. This is awkward, because Kaoru is poking her head around this mysterious artist type because of his peership to his father, to her father. Kaoru and Zero are real awkward, especially when Kaoru almost gets final girled for the 8th time. Zero saves her, killing the demon in the process, but info about her father and his mysterious art still eludes Kaoru. Koga scowls. Koga plays Mortal Kombat Deception's chess combat, this is a reference just for Hunter, with his dad's old day drinking buddy, Master Amon, the Makai priest and magic craftsman, who's kind of like Zeruba the Ring's dad, I guess. Whoever loses chess combat instantly loses 10 years of his life, which would rob Koga of his youth and potentially finish the old man. Koga almost loses, but it was all a setup to teach him that compassion is required of a Makai Knight, even if the bureaucracy of the Makai organization thinks it's hogwash. Eman also whispers a dark truth to his old friend's son. His father's apprentice, Barago, might be still out there, being a real nasty piece of work. Koga is startled, not knowing how to comprehend the news. A Makai Knight being dark, brooding, and violent. That's normal. But all that and evil? What the hell? Next episode, they fight a sexy-ass mermaid, whom if I could swim, I would ask on a date. But now is not the time for that. All you need to know is that Kaoru learns she was a sumptuous monster bait for Koga, and like a nightcrawler, she wriggles out of his watch. If this isn't bad enough, Master Amon is Master Aegon now, because he's been killed by his apprentice and had some magic MacGuffin nabbed from his dead body. What's worse, this alleged assassin is Koga's childhood friend, Jabi. To make it even worse than worse, she's hot! The 3 girl Makai police commissioners put him on the case to track down and assassinate his old Chutes and Ladder buddy. Koga catches her, and they kick around, trying to make each other eat dirt, and they realize they're still chums as only a scrap between old buddies can be. She just puts it out there. She didn't kill her master. The whole force is rotten all the way to the top, and someone else murdered her former master for his MacGuffins of power. Koga vows to save Kaoru and file a corruption report for the top brass, but Zero arrives and he's pissed. He reveals his motivation to Koga, and the two get slashing as Jabi and Kaoru run to a safe house. Garo and Zero go Super Saiyan on each other as Kaoru and Jabi really fuck up and fail all their Bechdel test checks. Come on, girls. I'm trying to convince people the show is cool and actually for adults.
Oh, no.
Jabi tries to convince Kaoru Koga is cooking something, but Kaoru says nah and dashes off before meeting yours and mine's favorite manservant, Gonza. Gonza exposits some basic-ass information about Koga he could have just said multiple times before and fixed the whole situation, but we know how fellas are, right, ladies? Mm-hmm. Speaking of expositing, Jabi goes in on the big conspiracy. Koga's child-looking upper management aren't Nepo babies, they're necro-crazies, cannibalistic humanoid underagers who are working with someone to retain their eternal youth. She's not sure who, but she's going to put a stop to it, first by throwing her former master's mystical artifact down the interdimensional toilet hole she just formed with an ancient ritual that's diminishing quickly. But before she can put the proper noun object and hit the flusher, she is upsettingly exploded Krillin style, and Koga is pissed. It's well established how much we all hate when girls die here.
Yes.
See, the angel girls sent their guy, Kodama, to explode and kill the people who know their true intentions of eliciting the means for eternal life. And that includes Koga as well now. Koga rages out and fights the murder butler to a stalemate. But as we all know from Lord of the Rings movies, fighting really gets in the way of artifact destruction. As the interdimensional toilet shrinks, Koga is incapable of throwing the dumb little prop in, but much to the shock of all, Zero aids Koga, against his better judgment, and hurls the object in before activating the flusher. The battle is won, but Zero still feels uneasy about his alliance with the man he all but hated a few hours before. Oh yeah, Kaoru's safe, but she ain't exactly doing the best. Her horror infection is taking its toll, and she's about to die. Suddenly, Koga's Pick the Mystic Berry side quest is now the main quest status fodder. So, he fast travels on his map to the mission-relevant area, where when he gets there, he meets a very scary tree woman, a real man-behind-the-winkies type, if you get what I mean. It turns out she's Grimdark Tom Bombadil, a being that helps you get to the Crimson Forest, a mystical land that sits between common reality and the Makai world. She does some theater kid test of selflessness bullshit, and Koga passes. He enters the forest and is immediately beset by horrors, but he claws through them to face the zone's final boss, a clockwork dragon monster hell-bent on killing Koga. He holds his ground enough, but Koga just doesn't have the juice to stop the creature and get his fruity delight. Zero clutches it out again, though, and the two get the fruit. Kaoru is healed, but mysterious markings appear on her neck, while Koga is having an oddball side quest doing Matrix shit and learning about the cyclical nature of violence.
Yes.
When he catches back up with her, he gets the laydown about how her mysterious flesh choker is not just some hot topic bullshit. Messiah, the most powerful demon, the mother of horrors, has selected sweet little Kaoru to be her vessel to come to our realm and spread 1,000 years of desolation and pain. I'd still probably vote for her over what we got right now. Am I right, folks? Anyway, what madman would let this happen? Why, a madman named Makai Knight Kiba, who is probably Barago, and also he probably killed Zero's girlfriend. Not a good look, my dude. So yeah, Koga and Zero agree to let bygones be bygones because both hate when girls die and don't want demons touching or fucking with their stuff. They leave for battle. They arrive for battle, but while expecting to beat up nasty little kids, they find an evil, sexy goth lady, the most dangerous entity one can find in a Keita Amemiya work. She's kicking everyone's ass with their butler. While our heroes face off against evil, sexy service workers, Kaoru is kidnapped by, get this, no, I'm serious, I'm gonna need to get everyone to sit down for this. Okay, are you parked? The shady doctor from the beginning of the show, Karune Ryuzaki, the adoptive father of Kaoru, who is always doing ominous shit and being vague and mysterious, get this, he's the bad guy. He's Barago. Did you see that coming? He has been raising Kaoru to be a vessel for a sexy demon goddess by introducing her to fine art instead of STEM, the Fiend. Koga rushes to save the confirmed apple of his eye, Kaoru, but is stopped by that fucking butler. Koga loses it at the sight of his childhood friend's killer and hulks out, demon style. He's revved up and pissed and starts smashing the guy, but Zero snaps him out of it. And Zero reveals he thinks Koga is cool and that he 2 has had a girlfriend, and maybe they should get beers later after all is said and done. The 2 do the MGS secret handshake and rush off to save Kaoru. The problem is Kaoru don't need saving. Kiba has inserted the spirit of Messiah in her, and she is girl bossing and gatekeeping, or at the very least, ungatekeeping the demonic gate of hell. That's right. Demons shall spill forth and consume the earth once she activates her powers. Kiba, feeling entitled to a little olive oil-esque smooch from his demonic Oshi, is instead absorbed into her, ego-deathing him permanently. She then kicks the shit out of the fellas in her sexy wedding dress negligee costume. But when you know it, folks, the power of love wins out. Koga compliments her art for once and tells her she could start a Patreon, and it's so good, she's like, but my line art is still sloppy. And he's like, plenty of highly technical draftsmen started with inconsistent lines. You just need to focus on what makes your art good. And she's like, oh, thank you. And that expels the demon to hell. The problem is the Messiah has a fishing line on Kaoru's soul. So in a real Orpheus situation, it's time for Koga to get down there and kill the queen of the demons and get that MFing soul back. The problem is there's a whole lot of Messiah to handle, folks, if you know what I mean. You know what I catch what I'm saying, because she's a big lady. I'm winking multiple times here if you couldn't tell. I mean, in a scene Nasu clearly had to have looped multiple times, the giantess Messiah smashes Garo with her big feet and high heels multiple times, causing him much anguish. Kaoru, though, she feels the power of love and paints Koga a super form that lets him finish off the fallen goddess. Koga and Kaoru return from hell, but the fight ain't over yet. The remnants of Messiah and Barago, I guess now it's Kiba, I got that mixed up, and Kiba return to the physical plane to finish off their foes. Koga is about as done with the shit as I am writing this fucking recap, and a legendary spar on a flipping and turning Destructo disc that bounces about Tokyo occurs. Zero shows up and fights. It's cool. Watch it on your own time. Koga, through the power of love, kills the demonic remnants of the force that's haunted his whole life, and learns that it's protecting people that gives you strength and not bigger swords like Kiba thought. Koga, Zero, and Kaoru are now free from the grip of Barago and Kiba's control, so they decide they need to go out there and live their own life a little. Kaoru is going to go to Italy to drink dollar wine and eat vegetarian pizza. Zero is going to Florida to find out how to combine the disparate genres of rap and rock, and Koga is going to North to do northernly stuff. And though the distance between them is great, their hearts will always be close. Koga tears up at Kaoru's final gift, her father's picture book, but with an included final page. What that page is, we don't know, but I'm going to assume it was just right.
Woo! Thank you, Russ.
It's a lot of work.
It was a lot of shit that happened the second half.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyway.
This is the most spiritual tokusatsu. Will I elaborate? No. Watch it yourself.
Is that the David Lynch quote?
It is.
Yeah. As you can tell from me rambling it was pretty honed. I swear to God, that's me trying to get the plot down as fast as possible.
He had to skip some stuff.
The last episode, I was like, man, I'm so happy I had to skip all this plot shit. I don't have to write 8 characters and what all their relationships are. No, we're back.
We're back.
The plot has stuck his head out and he's saying hello. Mm-hmm. But I liked it. I mean, I like some plot.
Yeah.
I will say I was definitely like, I don't know if I would say the quality of these episodes were higher, but I definitely was more glued. I was definitely more like, I got to get through this. Like, I got to know what's going to happen.
Oh yeah, same. A lot of just one more episode feelings throughout this batch, which is always a good thing.
This felt very serialized.
Yes. Which is funny because last batch we're like, they're trying to make it so anyone can jump in. No, this second half, you better know the lore in the world building.
Yeah, the recap was literally going, all right, yeah, that shit's done.
All right.
Get ready for a real TV show now.
Yeah, make sure you guys have like a basis for what we're going to do now. Here's some proper nouns in this recap, just to make sure you guys know what's the deal.
It does kind of be like the glossary in a kid's textbook. Like, okay, here's the proper nouns you need to know. Because at this point, you're going to have to follow along at your, you're going to have to follow at our pace. We're not fucking around anymore.
Right. And it was good. It was solid. It's really something how, the plot actually starts to like, oh, that's why that was like that earlier, and okay, that's how they're tying these events together. Okay, oh, that's why it was kind of weird. Like, okay, it worked out.
Right. And the last episode when we went through the characters, I went like archetype, strong silent type, alternative, like what would you call it? Like Black Ranger, somebody who opposes the hero.
But it also does technically heroic stuff sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like I know everybody a bit better. Well, there's one character who kind of lost a little depth, but we'll go into that more later.
Yeah.
But like I legit, like, Koga went from being like he's a charismatic guy kind of given hero role, and I'm like, I know this dude better.
Yeah.
I like him a lot more. And I can say that for a lot of the cast.
He's unlikable, but he's at least like fun to watch. At least like his actor, like
right,
doing things. His body language is superb. Like he's very much, this is a chuny hero type guy with his coat that he fixes to like when he like straightens it out after something, or like he does all the poses right. He has amazing scowls, like some of the best scowls you ever see on a guy.
I was literally just gonna say, at the beginning of the show, he just scowls, but now I like know the language of his scowls. I know why he's scowling, and how, what the purpose behind those scowls are. Yeah, is that 90% of his how he communicates in the show? Yeah, but now it's like concerned scowl, like serious scowl of like
fury,
being vaguely annoyed. Yeah, scowl of fury, scowl of being like stuck in a social situation, like somebody. Yeah, approach him at a restaurant and said like, "Oh, do I recognize you?" And he gives a scowl like, "Oh my god, I have this situation."
The show even lampshades it as like Zero's like, what he probably meant to say is this, and he's like, "Why are you not trying to share your true feelings?" It's like they know that he's a tsundere asshole.
Look, man, we'll talk about the scowls. Don't even mention the eyes. Whenever he does like the light squint.
Oh, the squints.
Like he's trying to focus on something. Oh, something just terrible is about to happen to the other guy.
Do you think he's doing like a Clint Eastwood thing, like the badass squint?
Maybe sometimes.
I'm trying to imagine Clint Eastwood wearing the Garo costume, and I'm like,
God.
Yeah. But so yeah, the plot comes back in a big way. The world building. I mean, listen, the first half is just vaguely like, yeah, monsters show up, he kills
Here's
them.
a contract.
This one, we're going into, Dungeons and Dragons Monster Manual territory.
And like background lore and ancient stuff, like, hey, those watchdogs, like literally a few episodes into this batch, it's like, oh, these guys are really shady. Like they are like, oh, we need you immediately to work together and kill 100 whores in the demon realm. And they're like, okay, well, we'll do a little game and competition to see who can beat more whores, kill more whores. And then they're like, wait a second, there's way more than that. It's like 1,000 whores, and we need to destroy the central pillar that deactivates all of them, like it's the Phantom Menace. Oh no! And then they come back, it's like, what the fuck, you lied to us. I was like, oh, the show's actually going to make a deal out of that. Oh, interesting.
Thinking on that, actually, when they actually go to like Makai Land or whatever the hell it's called.
It's just called Makai, yeah.
I noticed that like it was just like pure white, right? Like pure white, pure gray.
Mm-hmm.
And the show really likes leaning on that for like the world of like the demon world aesthetic. And I've noticed like a few other things, like a lot of other video games and stuff like that, like doing that too. Is it just like when you think of hell, you're like, well, I don't think of the color white.
I guess, I mean, not to go like classic nerd, like, oh, the number 4 is death in or in Asian countries, and then the color white is more associated with death, where you get all the Sadako stuff and
is that like what it is?
What's the movie? Was it Hero? Is that a Jet Li movie?
I don't.
Hero movie. And it cuts between all the different colors, and one of the character dies. They wear all white. Yeah, it's like white is the symbol of death, so they're kind of harkening back to older spiritualism.
Okay, that's what it is.
The show's very Japanese spiritualism, which if you aren't clued in, could just be like, oh, this is just their world building, but no, it's probably a lot of it is just like nabbing from Japanese mythology and Shintoism and all that to fill out, you know, the details, which is probably fine.
But also, we're doing like an Arthurian. I mean, this is like borrowing this, that, and everything from every culture at this point. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because like the European knight stuff that they transform into, and then when they're in their human forms, they're using katana, which is again intentional, but it's very funny.
And then there's almost like this thing where like the Makai Knights are like inserted, like brought over from the West, and that the original people who battled the what is it? The horrors was the Makai priest, but now they take on like a supplementary role, making like mystic artifacts
and accessories. Yeah,
yeah. So it's almost like a weird like international but slightly invasive thing. But like obviously, Koga's cool though because he works with the Makai priests and their friends and stuff. But you know what I mean?
You know, a little bit of nepotism because his dad was friends with the Makai priest.
Come on. No. Well, listen, in this one, dads are all cool.
Dads are cool.
They're epic.
They're epic.
It's actually kind of like employees that are kind of a bad news.
You know what, though? This show really does just further my don't be a father in a tokusatsu show agenda.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's either you're evil or you get killed or you
dead.
Or you just completely don't exist. Like, the show doesn't like to mention you. Or both.
If you're a dad, at least you get screen time. I was like blown away when Kaoru's mom showed up on screen. Like, oh, they cared. Oh, like Kaoru's
they
mom
remembered
was like,
she was in that flashback. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
The actress got a second day of pay.
Hooray.
Yeah. Maybe she just was around the set and they're like, hey, can we get you in makeup and
in this
do your hair
screen?
and we can get
you.
Yeah. I guess we should talk about the action because the wire fu, I would say a lot. These last few episodes go way more into the big budget CG spectacle. There's a lot less wire fu, except for one. Okay, they have the makeup horror effects in the mermaid episode, which we all love. I know me and Stix.
Oh, I love the mermaid episode. It's probably the best episodic episode of the show.
Oh yeah, very very good. Very very nice. I love the creature. I love what was it? Garo?
It was just the mermaid horror is what I'm gonna call her.
Yeah.
A good bit of warning for that thing, that horror too. When the weird computer geek nerd finds the fish. I think that's a beta fish, right?
Yeah,
What she starts out with. Great use of that fish because those fish are assholes. They're
mean,
terrible.
Yeah.
They're very violent. So I think that was very smart.
Well, that's why they become such like a popular pet and a filming fish, is because you can like put your finger in front of them and wave it around and they'll follow because they want to do violence to it.
And,
but as a child, you would just think it's your friend, you know?
No, they want to bite your fucking finger off.
No, I remember.
So it's, yeah.
No, I remember.
All I was going to say is this was definitely like these last handful of episodes are almost them like flexing the stuff that's going to kind of go away in the last handful of episodes. Not 100%, obviously, but like the horror creature effects, the makeup specifically with the mermaid episode, which, by the way, it was creepy.
It was genuinely horror. Like, and also, like, maybe it's just me. I'm like, kind of like one of my big iffy stuff is like drawing blood, like with like a knife on like hands or like other parts of the body. Yeah. That was like very like when he was like he kept on having to like, you know, use like a one of those switchblades or whatever, or this push up little blades.
Box cutter.
Box cutter, yeah. I hate box cutters when it comes to like violence. It's always like it's always because it feels realistic. It feels real. It feels like something that could happen to you. So when he's using the like, you see the bandages on his fingers, you always feel like, oh my god, he's giving himself anemia. He's constantly always just cutting it, like lightly cutting his fingers to draw blood, and it's like very like visceral. And the way it's filmed, like his weird ass house / apartment that is like some liminal space shit.
Yes.
With like a
I was gonna say, I don't know if it's directly inspired by. I hope this is not a Boss Baby season movie. He sees a movie. This reminds me of the Boss Baby, but I had like Kiyoshi Kurosawa vibes. I'm not saying it's as good as Cure, but like just disturbing characters' behavior and like weird idiosyncrasies, and you're just watching from a distance. You're like, this guy, I don't like looking at him. I don't like what he's doing. He should be stopped, and nobody's stopping it. And like, and obviously this is different because we have a Toku superhero running around trying to stop it.
And that's what's great about the episode, though, is that they try to tie it into like the meta plot and just kind of like Koga like kind of like challenging the supposed justice of the Makai Knights, where it's like you're not supposed to save humans, you're saving them incidentally. Your real goal is just killing horrors or nothing else. You're just a horror killer. That's all you do.
Yeah. A really good hero's dilemma.
It's a very, because where it's like, yeah, this guy's a human technically, and he's doing bad stuff. And in like the ring is like, Koga, you don't do anything. He's not like a whore. I mean, yeah, he sucks. He's like a serial killer, but that's not your job. You're not the police. And it's like,
Koga, get your head in the game. That's a human crime.
It's a human crime. You have to watch him kidnap a girl, and it flashes
a police report. He just to sit down and do some paperwork, yeah.
And like it flashes the watchdogs, like, what are you gonna do? That's a human, not a horror. And it's kind of like making him feel all pissy and stuff. And I really like that they're just driving that dilemma and then making it more like, hey, maybe he also wants to protect the ones he loves, which extends to Kaoru. And it's great that the end of the episode is what makes that whole like relationship come to a head, where she realizes like at its most blatant that she's been used as bait, fish bait,
right?
And that's like, oh, have I just been this whole time? And because Koga, is a stoic, mid-idiot man who doesn't know how to communicate, he just kind of silently lets her just literally break down in front of him. And it's like, oh, everything's come to a head, huh? All this your really shitty Makai Knight philosophy, Sigma male shit, it's all fucking falling apart, huh?
My actions have consequences?
What yeah, you can't just be using people and not telling them things.
Right. No, I mean, that's what I liked about these standalone episodes that didn't really tie into the full plot, is they're kind of like poking at the Makai Knight worldview and like his characterization and, like, the
rules.
I mean, how often do you watch a Kamen? I guess he did Ryuki, which is one of the Kamen Rider shows where they constantly, every episode, are questioning their motives. But, like, having a character be like, I don't know. I mean, literally, it's like a twisted reflection of Koga protecting Kaoru.
Right.
This guy is going out of his way to protect a nasty fish demon, but he loves her, It's like, so like morally, is he justified doing the horrible things he's doing to protect this evil monster? I mean, Kaoru or like Koga is doing like totally unethical and shitty things just to protect Kaoru.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the dark reflection, and then even goes into the other.
And also
the magic bullet?
The magic bullet, and also the Sculpture Man episode where it's like, oh, he's in a different jurisdiction. Stay out of it. Let Ray take care of this. Like, totally reliable guy. And it's like,
I do love.
Oh yeah,
I love these like mystical, magical Knights of Tirnanog or whatever have like paperwork they have to fill out. Like, oh
yeah, you're the eastern part of Japan. You're using the western part of Japan. Like, fuck off.
I know, it's very silly, but I did enjoy it. It's like a cop show. Like, this isn't your department. You're not allowed to cover this.
And they still break the rules, of course. They have to for the sake of the plot, and they don't really get punished. It's just more of like you are breaking the rules.
Better be careful.
No.
We might do something.
Hint,
Don't make me come off on my swing.
It is funny they just spend all this time being like, tut, 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 you know what's going to happen. And you're like, what are they going to do? Like, what are they going to do?
Oh, they're the main villains of the show. That's what they're going to do.
I know, but like the butler is like, what is it, Kodama?
Yeah, Kodama, yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I think he could fuck about anything or anyone. Like, the only reason he's not going out and killing horrors for them is because, like, I'm sure these little girls are, they probably don't have many friends. They probably
and also
don't have
they
a lot
gotta
of
keep
allies.
up appearances,
Oh yeah. You gotta have your butler.
You gotta have a butler.
Do we want to talk about what his actual relation is to the what are they called? The gatekeepers?
He must be like some like weird homunculus or something, because his transformation looked Makai Knightish, but like demonic.
Well,
red.
Well, they call him their son.
Yes, but I don't think it's like a literal thing. I think it's just more of like we made him type thing, maybe. I don't know.
We sculpted him out of clay and gave him cool voice powers.
Yeah. Oh.
Right.
You know what? I think back to like the first fight that he has with Koga. And Koga just like kicks him in the throat.
He tries to do it from the Matrix, where he like there's a throat chop.
Like he tries to do it again, and he just can't. Like, why did he do that again? That would have been really helpful, Koga.
There's a lot of violent throat stuff in this show that I always like, ooh, they fucking killed him, and then they just kind of get back up. But
man,
I think it's just because throat violence just always looks painful. Hey, I listen. Some of the gun violence looked painful. Sorry, I'm trying to get us back and finish that gun episode.
Oh, the gun episode. That was amazing.
You know what? Another good Hero's Dilemma episode.
Yes, because he's like, I don't kill humans type deal, and he gets around it, but it still makes him feel uncomfortable.
Right. So yeah, I thought the standalone episodes they were going for. I mean, the first half of the show is very much we are harkening back. We are going back to classic Kamen Rider. This is going a little bit more like poking at the seams of the Makai Knights and what they're going for. But
yeah,
you know,
I think that was intentional. Just having the first half be straightforward stuff, and the second half just being like integrated with the plot, questioning the status quo, stuff like that. I think it was well executed. It was a lot of fun. Aspect of that, yeah.
And I didn't feel like it was forced. It didn't feel like this was a pivot.
No, it's not.
It felt like
the
stuff they laid
just
down.
Kind of like naturally, this is where it was going to go at a certain point.
Now, we can talk a little bit about how, like, near the end, a lot of stuff kind of gets like conveniently wrapped up a little bit.
Oh yeah, like Barugo gets really conveniently wrapped up. That was really funny.
He's like if General Palpatine. I think do you think it's literally a Star Wars reference? Because I swear to God,
it feels like a fucking Star. I mean, it was 2005, man. It had to have been. Prequels were at their height.
He had the red eyes. He had the red eyes.
And he had the yellow, fucking
like irises.
Monster Mash makeup and had a hood on. Come on now.
I'm sure Makai Knights have portals or can ride their mystic steeds or whatever here, there, and everywhere. But I like just to imagine it with like a points card getting here, there, and everywhere with the monster face. How is he getting around everywhere doing every bad thing on Earth at once? I don't know.
No, well, like, because they mentioned he got that face change potion from killing that guy who was like, helping Ray out, like housing him. So that's why he killed those people, to get a face change potion so he could look like a handsome Japanese guy that's like eternally young.
Dude,
which I think was a funny
touch. He gets around. Honestly,
it's like so close that I'm genuinely surprised they gave like the lightning powers to Joggy or whatever her name was.
Jobby, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
no.
It's really close, but it's so funny because like, how are they gonna beat this guy? He's just whooping their asses, and it's like, he gets eaten by Messiah. He gets sent to the titty dimension and turns to strawberry jam. I'm sorry.
Bro just gets bored, man. Like,
yes,
he does get bored.
It's crazy. He literally gets thrown into a CG dimension. It's like, what the fuck is this? And like you see like shapes, mounds. It's like, are those boobs? And suddenly you see the hands come in and like weird sounds, and suddenly he makes a funny like screaming face, and it's strawberry jam.
Ooh, you know what? I just remembered that the hands, the
hands, they were in the opening the whole time.
First opening,
yes.
First opening.
It's crazy.
It's very cool.
Very cool touch.
Actually, can I talk about the openings and the endings real quick?
We should. Oh my gosh! The opening.
So I already like the first opening, but it's just the battle theme, right?
Yeah,
but like the visuals like completely carry it. It sounds amazing. And then after the recap episode, it's like episode 14, Savior in the Dark just starts playing.
Oh.
And it's fantastic.
It is.
Yeah, I was listening to it on the treadmill at the gym today. I'm just like, I feel like a golden warrior, man. I am like Garo.
I am a warrior of the wind.
Hironobu Kageyama, you son of a bitch, you did it again. However, the second credits theme is infinitely worse.
It's so
it's
sad.
very funny.
Like they made a whole. Go ahead, Hunter. Yeah.
The low quality, like vignetted footage of them walking. Like I could count the pixels on the footage. And this isn't a transfer issue. It just straight up looks bad. They used a bad camera for it. The song just ends. It doesn't fade away in like a classy kind of way.
It's like two lyrics too. It's like two lines, and the second line's repeated.
Oh, I can't fall in love yet. Like it, and seriously, like it is just a black void.
It's like a black void credits with a little like like on TV on like Adult Swim when they show like Viz Media anime, like that Viz Media licenses, and they don't show the ending. They just show black screen with credits with footage on the left. That's what it felt like.
No, for real.
It looked like the in memoriam bits at the end of a Smiling Friends episode.
It's so funny.
That's awesome.
Because the first ending is like this elaborate like CG thing where she's sitting on like some like drawing and she's painting, and it's amazingly composited. It looks great.
With a really good song too.
And then the second ending is like, oh, what a downgrade. I was like, maybe the full version is better, and it is better. They just fucked up making a short version, is what happened, it seems like, and then just didn't care for the visuals. If they cared for the visuals and made a better short version, it still wouldn't have as good as the first one, but it still wouldn't have been such a steep downgrade. However, they did a nice touch where it's like, the footage they use on the left is of a character that was relevant right before it hit the credits. It pertains to like the internal conflict maybe of that character by the end of that specific episode. Like they make sure to like change the footage each time to whatever character is what the episode's relevant to, which I think is neat. Otherwise, this is the one part of the show they didn't put their blood, sweat, and tears in, unfortunately. Everything else, it's like, wow,
It legitimately feels like, oh shit, we gotta do another ending.
It kind of feels like they went to a public park and had them just walk around in costume for a bit. Yeah.
But everything else in the show, just excellent stuff. Like all the action. It's so funny that this guy, the action director, he cut his teeth doing action choreography for Power Rangers through like so much of the 90s, and then moved back to Japan and then did this. It's like a funny culmination. It's so great.
No, for sure. No, the last stretch of the last 6 episodes were really, really, really good. Like I feel like I've already said this
something
once on the
happening
show.
every episode.
Just like a great stretch of episodes where I'm drawn in. I want to know like what happens
next.
Here.
Yeah.
Which for the show so far, it was like every episode was enjoyable. I'm like, that's a treat for dinner tonight. I'm good.
Yeah.
This was like, I gotta get to the freaking end of this.
Yep.
I did want to ask, I think I brought this up at the end of the last episode. This is the first proper capital L love story we've had.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did they end it? Like, I don't know. I was like,
well,
all right,
we got like sort of Yuri with Cutie Honey, but no, this is like straightforward heterosexual love story type stuff, which we have not had really before in this podcast. Which I'm going to tell you, we'll probably find more in the future, because despite Tokusatsu being Tokusatsu, especially the ones for kids, they try to sometimes have romances. Not very often, but they sometimes do. But this one...
Not a huge knock... Oh.
Go ahead, yeah.
I was going to say, not a huge knock on the show. I do think it's so funny. As I've said many times, Garo is the sick and twisted, more adult, heavier themes, more mature Toku show. But, like, we watched Ryuki, and Ryuki is very, like, bleak and critical. And, like, even though that's, like, the happiest version, the ending is the official TV version, this one kind of ends on a happier note than like I was
Yeah, it
expecting.
does.
The kids show.
I was-
It's much nicer, like in a nice little tight little bow. They go their separate ways, and like it's funny in a way. It's like, yeah, this is literally not something you show to kids. It's on a late night time slot. It's like, you know how late night anime has a derogatory like connotation. It sometimes has that connotation with Garo. And then with Ryuki,
oh yeah, the last episode, I was worried somebody was going to walk in the room at any point.
and then with Ryuki, something that's made for kids, and like I don't want to be that guy who's like, actually, the kids show is more mature than the show for adults and all that. But it's like, I don't know. If I feel like I feel like the themes are a little less. I don't know. It doesn't feel as shallow in a few areas, whereas with Garo. What the trap that a lot of tokusatsu falls in is that the moment they're allowed to make something for an older audience, they put the obvious expected stuff in, which or like they get more sexist if they're allowed to if they're given to like more adult audiences.
Howdy.
Yeah, I mean, that's the elephant in the room. Listen, 15
I've been
minutes of this
waiting
show's
for-
awesome. It's so epic.
And then we got to get to the elephant in the room of this show is
I've
really
been waiting-
sexist. This is
I've
the
been
most
waiting
sexist
to
thing
talk about this,
we've
dude.
watched this whole fucking podcast.
I
Not even
brought this
Toshiki
up.
Inoue at the height of his powers. Maybe it gets close to
Yeah.
this.
Dude, I brought this
Yeah.
up in the last episode. How it has like those kind of like weird vibes to it a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
because it really does feel like, oh, you want to know how we know this one's for adults? Look at what we could do to this woman.
That's the vibes you get, and that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. Like Kamen Rider does this too. If they're allowed to do it for a more mature audience, they'll put some blood. They'll do like one edgy thing, and a woman will just get totally fucked over. Just totally.
I mean, listen,
Garo
Brutalized.
loves it. Garo loves doing it, man.
it's a word that has been beat to death with an ice pick, but I mean, I can't think of anything better. Lots of fridging.
Yes, Jobby gets the
dude.
worst fucking. Oh my god! It's literally like so sudden. It's like what? Huh? Yeah, you
Stix
blink and she's
I-
gone.
Like, literally, like, not even like, oh, she gets killed, like, she gets stabbed in the back. No, vaporized.
Vaporized with like an energy ball. Like what?
Like, she gets turned into voxels, man. It's insane.
Yeah. Which sucks because she was a fun character before. Granted,
Again,
she
she is the sex appeal character, but she was fun. She was a fun
But,
character
like,
archetype.
It's just crazy. I don't remember exactly if these episodes were, like, back to back or not, but, like, the sculptor episode going into the mermaid episode.
They were not back to back, but it was crazy.
That's like a crazy double whammy. Because, like, they were doing some real crazy, especially the sculptor one. They were doing some, like, really, like, creepy
Crazy
stuff
shit. Which,
for
like,
that.
I mean, I kind of just accepted it because I was like, okay, some of the people working on this probably have pink film backgrounds. I'm not gonna like, because the thing is, that episode was nicely directed. It had cool shots on it. So I was like, you know, it just comes with the territory. The guy, if it's gonna have nicer direction, there'll probably be perverted, like Guro type shit in it, whatever. And then we got to the mermaid episode, probably the best episode, like one-off episode in the show. It's also a little out there, but I think it's better handled than the sculptor episode. Sculptor episode is just fully giving into the sex demons.
Yeah, no.
Which,
evil sex demons.
Funny
They
enough
do-
about that episode, that's like probably one of the few guys that's like, no, I know, I see that you're a hideous monster. Please get inside me, please.
Dude, even Koga. Koga does the wake up slap to Kaoru.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
When they do like the
Yeah.
montage at the end, the last episode with the
They show
credits
it.
theme, it shows that as part of like their building relationship. The slap before he
With
hugs
the, like,
her.
really sweet music. It's
And it's like-
insane.
Domestic violence is just part of their budding relationship. Just like a quick. I hate this term. It's a very fucking 2000s word. The bitch slap. It feels like something they would say back in the 2000s.
Listen, literally, as I joked about at the beginning of the show, it's the ending final boss, but before the other final boss is a giant wolf man with a mega penis sword killing the evil naked woman whose femininity is dangerous and scary.
Do you?
And she's the mother of monsters. It's very like.
There's one shot. There is one shot that made me scream with laughter. So like, there's that shot of him like flying with a sword, like straight, like, going straight, like diagonally up. It's not like the last one. It's like earlier. And then the camera cuts to panning up her butt, and I was like, oh my god!
I know what you're talking about.
We should. Oh, dude, we didn't even mention this. We should mention Messiah is not like a CG creature, by the way.
No, she's not.
This is like the one time in a tokusatsu show outside of the giant woman episode in the original Ultraman, where they actually just use like a live woman, like completely painted white, just topless.
And there's not much covering her bottom either. Like her ass is out. Every single one, and you know they did multiple takes. Like it is just filming like up and down up her ass. It's insane. Like they're doing action shots. They're doing like action shots too.
You have to imagine there was some guy who watched that Ultraman episode as a child. I was like, well, this is activating something.
Hideaki
They're working on this show, and they're going, can we finish that? Can we finish the thought I had when I was
but with
11
more
and I saw
money
that.
and late at night so we could show boobs and butt, man.
I have existed long enough on this digital hellscape known as the internet to know that is 100% true. Like there's no way. And like, okay, a genuine, real question. Do you think that was censored for television?
I mean, I don't know, because we don't have access to the broadcast rips or whatever, the TV rips. We're watching like Blu-ray upscales generally of this. No, I don't know. I mean, it was late at night. That's why they have blood and boobs in this show. But like, I don't know. I don't know.
It's just so. It's so funny.
It's
just really funny. Like
it's something that's like, I mean, if this was an anime, I'd be less perturbed, honestly. But because it's live action, it's like, wow, I didn't know you had this in you, Keita Amemiya. Because I'm coming in from his '90s stuff, where there's the stuff like the Kamen Rider stuff, which is generally for children. And then like Hokkaido, which is a little bit older, but still showing the same like literally the same theater they were showing like a Super Sentai movie in, so like back to back, which is a little weird, but whatever. And then like Zeiram's like I guess there's like blood and stuff, but like the main girl who is there because they wanted a pretty girl there. She's not like nude in those two movies or anything at any point. There's no like shower scenes. So it's just funny, like, it's like he's given a blank check and it's like, I can finally do all my indulgences. I have been wrecked loose. It's like, I didn't know you had a thing for goth girls. No more to you, Amemiya. I shake your hand. My brother's another me. All that kind of deal. I love Jobby.
No, for sure.
I love Jobby so much, but like, wow, man.
This stream of consciousness ass show.
This is like, you know how people say this is like, oh, this is like the late style of a director. This feels like this is the start of his Garo era, where CG is very heavy and he's just going full in his indulgences, and it's like, whatever, man, you do you.
I guess on like a less crass note, I did notice like near the end of the show. Because Stix, you made a comment in the group chat while everyone was still watching this that like they really saved their CG budget for like the last 3 episodes? 3
episodes. Like basically when they stormed the tower episodes, yeah.
I noticed that a lot of the action scenes were using more of the Garo suit physically.
Yes.
And you know what? It looks really good.
Yeah,
it
really
does.
Or like the scenes where like they're fighting the lady that the 3 watchdogs kind of transferred their bodies inside into. Like her fight scenes, like every fight scene where it's like they're knocking our heroes back just through like invisible force, like they're fucking Jiren or something.
You know what?
It was.
Oh, sorry. Finish. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's like. I could gush about those last 3 episodes all day because it feels like a movie climax over the course of 3 TV episodes in terms of like set piece to set piece to set piece.
Yeah.
And oh my god, and it's like, go ahead, Hunter. I want to finish in a second. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say because I noticed a lot of the live action like suits. It was mostly Zero.
Yes,
and
which is probably because he's less bulky than Garo. Yeah,
I think it's less bulky, but I also think it's the paint.
Oh, because gold is more reflective than whatever they're using for Zero.
It's less shiny, so if the suit gets damaged in the fight, you won't notice it as much as you would with Garo. I think that was very, very smart of them. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I do that too much. I'm sorry.
It's fine, man. I need to get my points in too a lot. Yeah, and then it just keeps on going on and on. Like, you think, like, oh, when he's in the Makai realm and he's doing, like, a Bayonetta cutscene against the giant naked woman, you think, oh,
yes.
This is the end, right? This feels like the culmination of everything. He gets, like, wings, like, added to him through the power of drawing. It's like, wow, this is the culmination of the whole series. He gets saved by Kaoru, and then it's like, one more thing, and it's like, no, you didn't, and it just keeps on going. They get a giant ring, a CG ring,
this is so good.
and they fling it across Tokyo. It gets lodged, and there's a shot where it's like getting towards a tower, and there's like a digital zoom in. I'm like, no, they hit the tower, and it gets lodged in there, and then Zero and Koga fight him on the ring on the tower, and it's like, why does this look good? That's my thought through this
for sure.
whole ring section.
It was giving me like Bayonetta, like the opening of Bayonetta vibes with them fighting on the falling clock tower.
Yeah, because
I just thought it was so funny. I don't know, these action sequences are just so kooky and they were so crazy. And then this is a weird thought. Can I have a weird thought real quick?
Go ahead, man.
Go right ahead.
I have noticed this trend, and I don't know if maybe this is just me overanalyzing or notice something. Have you ever noticed this trend with like Japanese media versus like American or like our Western stuff, where I always feel like there's this huge trend in Japanese media where they'll have like the galactic huge world-spanning boss fight, like the big conflict, and then it ends with like the one-on-one duel afterwards. Whereas I feel like it's flipped in America. I was thinking about this in the car the other day because I was sitting there like, how many pieces of media have I watched where it's like they fight the goon one-on-one and then they have the big world-spanning fight, and then in anime I was thinking about like FF7 ends with like battling Jehovah Sephiroth, and then it ends on the one-on-one duel.
Or like Kingdom Hearts 2, where like, you know, they fight the Xehanort dragon, and then they fight Xehanort one-on-one again.
Yeah, am I crazy? I feel like it's...
I don't know. I think it's more like, because I hate saying it, but also I love saying it. Garo feels very PS2 core. It is extreme. like when they fight against
that's the media I give a shit about. I mean, they were all in that age range, or like we're in PS2.
It was in that era, but it's like, all I was thinking that climax is like, this feels like structured like boss fights. I can imagine when the cutscene hits and you see like the stuff with Kaoru or like the butler, where like the first phase of the boss fight is his human form and the second half is when he's in his transformed form. Or same with the Goth Lady, where she's owning them in human form, then transforms into her cool monster form with the ring blade. It's like, it just felt like I just kept on thinking of the PlayStation 2. I'm so sorry.
It was just that feeling. It's that feeling was in the air.
It was. It's very video gamey, but it works. And it's just crazy as 2005, because only a few years ago, George Lucas, famous man that he is, he directed Attack of the Clones. It was a digitally made feature film, and they called him crazy. And now look at what they're doing digitally in this TV show in Japan, where these amazing, just CG heavy set pieces where people would have just called video game bullshit a few years back. And it works because of the vision. I was just enjoying,
like, my whole thought was just like, this is so heightened and none of the physics make any sense here, but you know what? It's a show about fighting demons. Spiritually, it feels right. even if that wheel was spinning so fast, it would just spin the
Just
people.
spin them.
Like, it would, yeah,
Or
instead of
that-
it being a spinning platform them to stand on and fight, I don't think if it was flying through the air. Also, it almost like seemingly floated, but you know what?
It's
I like
fine.
it.
Or
Who
like
cares?
Koga and Ray, man, they get the shit kicked out of them constantly. They're just totally
Yes.
outclassed by these guys, but they somehow have enough energy to get through to the end. Good on them, but it's like, man, your
Yeah.
HP must have been low. Must have, like before they
I
stormed
don't
the
know.
tower. Did you guys drink a few potions? Like, what's going on, y'all?
They went to a save spot
They went to
and
a
healed
safe
them
spot.
instantly.
Took a tent.
Yeah. I don't know.
Man,
I mean,
they
listen.
go through the fucking ringer. When they said this will be the hardest fucking thing you two guys will ever do, they mean it.
I know. Hey, listen, that's why I was bringing up earlier. I'm just like, in those first 12 episodes, I was like, is Koga a psychopath? And I feel like they did. I guess just going through the cast more, because I almost want to compare them. Koga got so much more depth to him, and like, I'm rooting for him now.
Yeah.
And also, I do feel like the curve of the show actually, like, things did level up. Like, he seemed like he was just always on top of shit in the first 12 episodes. Like, you'd have to fight, but
He
you'd
was
always
generally
like, figure
he
things
was
out.
he was
He was
barely
Batman.
struggling mostly.
Yeah.
Like they had to do some like
And
tricks
now-
and shit to get him to lose.
Now he has to do some like power of love. Well, okay. I also wanted to bring up that like I was thinking while you were talking. So there's almost something weirdly like here we are talking about the sexism, which is very bad, and like is the one thing that keeps me from wholeheartedly recommending the show to anyone and everyone.
Mhm.
Like I do have to give a caveat about all that.
Yeah. The women.
And like,
Yeah.
yeah, to women or like regular people like me who might be like, but or who have a hard time getting past that stuff. It weirdly is a show about a guy having to get in touch with his emotions.
Yeah.
It does end on him
that's a
crying.
good side of this. Is that he it's literally about him breaking out of his shell, being less of a stoic asshole, basically.
Yeah. Him going through a trauma, his father being murdered in front of him and having to like open up to others. Now, would it be nice if Kaoru didn't just become a thing that they have to save constantly?
Oh man, there was a dialogue exchange that killed me, which is like, I'm here to take back Kaoru. Like he's not you, and like you know, the Bauer goes like, she's not yours, she's mine. What gave you the impression that she's yours? Is like, is she like an object? What's going on, y'all?
I genuinely,
She's the key.
Kaoru becomes a human MacGuffin.
She does at the end. It's unfortunate. She gets wrist grabbed like Kyrie Kingdom Hearts style. It's sad.
I put in the notes, episode 24, she gets possessed by a demon and kicks the other guys, and I'm like, I should be like in the stasis of the show, I have to be like, Kaoru, no, don't give in to your evil deeds.
But I was like, wait, no,
"Thank
this
you,
is kind of
Kaoru.
bad. This is awesome. This is like
This is kind of awesome.
refreshing.
She gets to wear her weird. She gets to wear like
I don't know
instead
how
of wearing,
Bargo
like,
changed
Manic
her into
Pixie
that outfit. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was through magic.
Yeah,
I hope.
instead of wearing
I
the
hope.
Manic Pixie Dream Girl costume, now she's wearing a sexy wedding dress negligee combo
With a long cape gown thing. Yeah. And she's
Somehow
just
it's
like, and she's like
lingerie and a wedding dress
1v2ing.
at the same time.
She's like, yeah, well, she's 1v2ing Ray and Koga. And it's like,
I mean,
there's like
she was
this
good.
one
I
shot
was
where
like,
she like kicks Koga and punches Ray at the same time with different limbs. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. And then Koga does the power of hugging, which they do that a lot in this show. It's the big hug and okay.
Well, wouldn't a hug fix you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't a hug fix anyone?
Yeah. Fair
Also,
enough.
I want to say during that, I love how you could tell like really hardcore action guys directed this show, because they don't just get like flown around. Like when Zero gets like punched by Kaoru, he doesn't just go flying. He hits like the bottom of the high-rise like balcony first.
Yeah, and then
does a
falls
whole
down.
flip and goes down.
Like I said,
no.
these guys get fucked in these last year. They get punched, they get thrown against the floor, they hit the ceiling, they get slashed. They just get brutalized. It's awesome.
They just get like a full.
I'm forgetting her.
They get like a full energy beam shot at them, but their stupid necklace blocks it.
Redirects it.
Yeah, there's some insanely exaggerated, like when the Golem, who as we remember are the three priestesses, kind of united together into a sexy evil maid.
Goth Lolita.
We do have a shot where like when she gets killed, Zero does like an air. He does like a twisty flip.
Yeah.
What do you call it? He does like a spiral into her.
Some Jedi Knight
like,
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so awesome, but it's like so over the top.
Oh, I
also,
love. Sorry. You go first.
No, I was gonna say that she also gets a throat strike, which I was like, oh fuck, he's dead, and he just kind of brushed it off. Like once again, he hit a save spot, was able to.
It's fine.
He has enough in his guts that he can survive a critical hit.
This is a gauntlet. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I really love that fight too, because that fight was only won because of a comedy beat with Gonza.
Yes, Gonza. He's like, I'll come to
Gonza.
save you, and you can't fucking lift the sword because unless you're a Makai Knight, those swords are heavy as shit. and he just somehow throws it to him
because he's like
away, and the sword's just dragging.
But he
really
runs
good.
in like he's got the gun. He runs in like he's got it, and she's like, "Isn't that thing heavy?" And he goes, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, and then suddenly it drops to the floor.
What a great character.
I love Gonza. He's just a great warm presence. Like he's just always supportive while also knowing when to be like strict. I don't know. Great performance from that guy.
There's something I love that one episode where he meets with the gun guy in disguise or the security guard who's being possessed. I can't remember.
It's the gun guy.
I don't remember.
It's the gun guy. That's why they showed the picture of the family,
like,
the family photo of Kaoru, Koga, and him.
Yeah. And he's like, is this your family? He goes, something even closer to that. He's like, are you flexing on it?
Look, he didn't know. He didn't know his family's dead.
Is your family as hot as mine? Check this out. She's pretty as hell. This guy's a buff as shit. He's cool as hell. I'm their cool ass butler dad. I'm their Alfred. You ever watched Batman before? No. Gonzo's I almost called him Gonzo. My bad. Gonzo's awesome. He's really fun. I mean, I was expecting an Alfred type of sage wisdom, but he's more of a warm paternal figure.
Yeah, he's just kind of a scrappy, nice guy.
Very unwarm people.
Yeah,
I won't lie. I thought he was gonna die.
Me too. I thought like when Baro came to that mansion, I thought, oh, that's death flags for Gonza.
The whole ending was death flags to me. I really thought there was going to be more depth or more. Okay, in my head, Kaoru was going to get a Homura like. I have to go off and be a celestial goddess in the stars or whatever. Goodbye, Garo. Keep fighting demons. And like I said, the ending is weirdly like saccharine. I like it. It's very good. I think the only character like you're supposed to weep for is Zaruba. Which listen, Jam Project's awesome. Chala Head Chala is awesome. I don't know if I can get like weepy about a piece of costume jewelry.
And it's like, oh,
it's
right,
really
this
weird.
is a thing that they can just make, and they show that as like, oh, but he doesn't have the memories of the old Zaruba. This is like your new iPhone. It doesn't have your old data. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't worry.
At least they stuck to it instead of J.J. Abrams. He actually had a backup, but it's a la C-3PO. But yeah, I guess the only thing I could compare it to in my head was like Vice from like the first Nier Replicant game, but like. I had a couple hours to get to know him. The Ring, he was cool though. He did have one of the bigger power ups for Koga in the show. So shouts out to him.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, he didn't talk much. I think that's the thing. Like each episode, I can maybe like think of like one or two lines, but it's mostly him just going,
Koga, watch out.
That woman's near another one of those damn horrors.
I guess he's this exposition device, and it's just like, well, we've already gone here. We already know.
He feels like
he is the one with
companion.
the recap episode.
Oh yeah, there's the recap episode where he talks the whole time, but like he gives off video game companion type character where like you'll hear him in your ears, not like Focus M type video game companion, but like I don't know, just kind of like Midna kind of video game companion.
You know what? Going back to Nier, Grimoire Weiss,
or anything that type of deal, where it's just kind of like a guy with a kind of nasally voice, just kind of giving you like little heads ups and like, hey, there might be some, or like video game ass lines like, hey, there might be some materials nearby type deal, but obviously not in this show, but
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I was just going to move on to Zero because he's also the other guy who gave me death flags.
Oh my God. I thought he was going to die and we wouldn't find out, like, why is he in future Garo stuff? If he dies in this, was like, okay, no, he didn't die.
There were 2 or 3 times I thought he was good as dead.
Yeah, when that laser beam happened, like, that angle really did make it look like it actually went through him. And then they do a little flashback, like, actually it hit the necklace and redirected. I was like, man, you guys really had me.
I was really prepared for his noble sacrifice, and he kept nobly sacrificing.
He is such a noble sacrifice as character. Yeah. Like, the kind that's
come
like...
on.
Yeah.
They weren't going to kill him in the food court.
I know, but still. I was going to say this. Do you think they overused with him in these latter episodes? He did come in a lot as like, oh, Koga can't finish it. There's a thing going on in the background. Koga can kill a guy, or he can do this, but he can't do both.
Here comes
Zero's
Ray.
kind of the go-to. Because it was almost like I was like, they keep fucking hitting this beat, but I like it.
I like it too much. I like it when the sidekick or the backup character or the secondary writer type guy is like, oh, you handle this. You move on. I'll take this guy. Leave Jiren to me.
I'm always gonna like when there's like CG demon battle going off in the hell CG universe, and then just on the side there's like practical ass
sword fight,
Virtua Fighter, like Virtua Fighter Soul Calibur fight going on outside the portal.
Look, here's the thing: every Goku needs his Vegeta.
Yes.
Right.
Every Sonic a shadow. Every third thing with a third thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to poke holes in you, but they're both Shadow the Hedgehog is the problem.
They're both anti-heroes and become more like heroes by the end.
Right.
We all need our second guy doing something when we're not there or helping us.
Yeah,
their strength becomes our strength.
Exactly.
Yeah, he has a similar but different a move set. He has 2 swords.
He has 2 swords that can make it to one bigger sword with swords at the end.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Which is always awesome.
I love that shit. Yeah.
You ever think about how like the majority of conflicts in this show could have been easily avoided if anyone in this show knew how to talk to a single person?
I know, but like when you look at how they're raised, and his dad is like, their job is killing demons that couldn't.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but
as somebody,
even Zero,
their job,
like even Ray, like he could have just said, "Hey man, why'd you kill my girlfriend?" Koga probably would just went,
like,
"Who?
What the fuck are you talking about? I've never known you
went to
till recently."
Imagine your dad took you to Chuck E. Cheese, and he's like, "I hope you're enjoying yourself. Oh, just to let you know, there are evil demons in the night, and any of them can impersonate any human at any time, but don't worry about it and trust people, but don't, because they might be demons." It's kind of the universe is fucked to an extent.
It's like, yeah, no wonder Koga's like that, because like there's that scene as a kid where he's like, oh, there's this guy who wanted to give me this seller who wanted to give me a toy. Can I buy a toy? And it's like, oh wait, that guy was a monster who was trying to kill you. Don't trust anybody, Koga. And his dad literally slaps him after, like, why'd you do that? Why'd you trust him? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, man, no wonder Koga's fucked up as an adult.
You know what? Love wins. You can have friends as long as they're in your workplace, and then you can have a girlfriend.
And you can get a girlfriend who has to move to Italy. Don't worry about it. I'm sure.
But she's art girlfriend. She's not stay-at-home girlfriend. So.
Exactly.
But she does kids books.
Right.
By the way,
yep.
Do you think is that kids book available anywhere? Because I
think they're going to sell it. Like I saw some tweets from the Japanese account saying like, "Hey, we're going to sell this. Probably going to be premium Bandai knowing."
Oh yeah, I have never heard a more premium Bandai product in my life than the book from Garo. Now you can see what the final page is. Watch it leave it blank.
It's going to be blank because like the whole point of the show is that the last page is whatever you want to make of it because your future is for you to decide, you know? It's why we don't see what Koga was crying at the end. And it's why they show all those kids' drawings for the last page, which I thought was very cute. So yeah, it is what it is.
I want to know what parents are letting their kids watch Koga.
It's with those kindergartners that they tried to imitate what a kid might draw for.
I know. I'm just joking.
It did make me think of like a Kamen Rider show where like they show like, oh, here's what the kids at home who are watching the show drew. Isn't that nice? This is what kind of what it made me think of. But no, it's like in universe kids.
So
one small thing before we move on to another topic. I really like the whole like how when the action scenes are directed, a lot of it is like different weapons versus each other, like sword versus gun, sword versus fists, sword versus different weapon. I thought that was a very neat touch to keep it, keep a variety, not let it get too stale. Like
no, for sure.
Like Gon, she always they were trying to use their swords to fight her, and she'd always like redirect it or like use it against them with her fists and just kind of owning them. Or like the gun episode where Koga was just always on the run. He never had to actually be on the run constantly like this. Where sure he could deflect the bullet sometimes, but one of them might get redirected into his foot sometimes. And like the sword wasn't going to deflect every bullet, even though he did do a lot of bullet time type stuff. But it all worked out, or anything like that. I just really think it's cool that they try to spice it up like that of sword versus gun, sword versus no weapon type deals. Just to show like power gulfs and stuff like that. That's it.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I guess I the only other subject I want to talk about, and we could like just to transition. Did we Kiba / Barago? Though by the end he's just Kiba.
Mm-hmm.
He is the inverse of Garo. He's the they almost like Darth Vaderify him. He's dark armor.
Yeah.
Ultra bulky.
Mm-hmm.
Just like an imposing physical figure.
He is when they were fighting on that ring, I was thinking about like, yeah, he's Darth Vader. I only just realized that last part. Like, yeah, he's just fucking Darth Vader. How did I not realize this before? Like he kills two dads. What more do you want?
he's worse than Darth Vader, honestly, and he is kind of like Darth Vader. I guess that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like he gets fucking around. He has amazing design. I love all of his quotes. He has amazing speeches. I love that I've turned my back on humanity, and I'm just going to return everything to the demon. I'm going to return everything to darkness. Do we feel like is he just aura farming though? I just have to ask because I had that moment. Okay, so I get
aura farming.
Yes, like a deep. It did make me want to watch his spin-off show, or is it a spin-off anime?
It's a spin-off show. It does not have an anime.
I kind of want to watch the spin-off show because I'm sure the base is there. The character design is awesome. I love he is spouting such chuny shit. the darkness shall envelop. So I mean, he's fucking Xehanort.
He's Xehanorting all over the place. Like, you don't use the darkness, I use the darkness. That's why I'm powerful. Which I guess he was talking through Barago when he was saying that, or which
like he's literally like the only truth is power.
Yeah.
But then I'm sitting there and like, is this?
It is. I mean,
characterization, or is it just him aura farming? But
I mean, he is just kind of just a dark armor filled with, he eats horrors to become powerful. It's why he killed that 12 horror combo monster just to like show off and also absorb it. That the Koga and Zero were having trouble fighting. And that's literally when Zero's like, wait a second, that's who killed my girlfriend and dad. Oops.
That's
when he really realized, yeah.
Yeah, like his whole purpose is to just look really cool and be intimidating. I was genuinely worried when he got Vord
Oh yeah, I was like,
the
that
goddess.
was so lame. I'm sorry.
I was like, that can't be the
That
end,
can't be
dude.
it. That's too that wraps things too nicely. It's too much of a way out.
Thank God.
Thank
he
God.
just comes back through
Bullshit.
unknown means. Who cares?
Who cares? We
he
gotta have a
came-
final fight.
Yeah, he came back through the means of we need to do cool Bayonetta shit.
Yep. Amemiya had a vision and he wanted to see it through, and they did it perfectly. I don't know how the fuck they did it, but they did it.
And then it's also kind of them doing like, oh, he was greedy and Barago died, but the Kiba is all greed versus like Garo is a human who overcame his flaws and he to protect others and to protect people, and it's all about the people now
And then
and their clash of wills. I liked it.
there was
Now,
that one shot
the
where
internet is Kiva. Kiva is kind of speechifying, but you know, whatever. I liked it.
there is that one shot where it was like, it's not just me, it's all the Garos and Golden Knights before me, and it zooms out into his sword. I was like, okay. And that's what, and he does, and that form for him did look different. He had a cape. So I guess that was as far, that was like legacy of the Garo form, I guess. That's what I'm gonna call it. So I don't know. That was cool.
But yeah, what's the old Jackson tweet about like the king, the therapist, where he's like, the king. I'm opposed to monarchy, but you know we do like it when the king finds his blade and
returns to his rightful place in the kingdom, ruling it.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, Garo going and slaying the evil femininity of the night. I don't know, but I mean, I am liking him. He's like,
we try to brush away that a lot of the monsters are femininely derived, but you know, maybe Keita Amemiya just likes the womanly form. I can't blame him. He likes gothic aesthetics, and he likes drawing monsters. Why not combine them? Don't think about it too much.
I'm sure after 20 years of getting notes on kids shows, like, you can't have the Red Ranger kick an evil monster lady. He was like, okay, I have all these ideas for evil, weird, sexy, but not sexy monster ladies. I'm gonna put them in the show. And
look, he was just it's like when you combine all your stuff into one thing, and like sometimes it's kind of like these are great individually, maybe not together, but for him it worked out into an aesthetic where he likes gothic aesthetics, he loves monsters, he loves sexy ladies, he loves dark heroes. Combine them into
Geiger
one thing.
Fluting,
all that stuff. It all gelled pretty nicely.
No, for sure. I greatly enjoyed this, but once again, with a huge caveat, a huge capital C.
Yes, there is a huge caveat. If you are uncomfortable with a lot of brutalization of woman monsters, or just kind of a lot of victims of the week, like if you aren't familiar with horror movie tropes, for example, like if you aren't familiar with that, maybe this is not for you. I mean, if you don't,
I made the joke in the recap. Yeah. But like the premise of the show is what if there was a final girl who was the final girl for like 20
times. Like monster of the weeks. Yeah. Monsters.
She is constantly being attacked by gruesome ghoulies and all that. But luckily, Kamen Rider would come out and save her. Like if you were watching a Jason movie, and every week Jason was trying to kill. I guess maybe that kind of goes back to Popeye, but
right. You know, it's common narrative, but it has that horror tinge to it. Which and also there's outside of the horror tropes is how annoyed or how ticked off are you by bad writing for women. If that is a really big turn, like that's like will make you stop watching the show bad, then maybe this is it for you. But if you can bear it, I think you'll like the show a lot.
You know, I hate to say this because I feel like all of us are going to be catching strays here.
Oh, but absolutely.
If you have like really weird feelings about like women being written bad in like tokusatsu shows, you're probably not gonna like tokusatsu too much in general.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, like, I don't want to say it.
It gets to the point where it's like it's not even like, oh, this specific writer is specifically the most sexist of all the writers. Like it's just kind of a general industry issue. I mean, across creatives. It's like,
man, you try watching modern writers sometimes, dude.
I remember when we were talking about
there.
We were talking about Ella Hung. the Sammo Hung parody in Geki Ranger,
Sure.
and he's a weirdo pervert. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry the female writer had to take over and pick up his spots. And you were like, no, her name's on the episode where he's introduced. And I was like, okay, well, there's a
it's just kind of like
world.
it's just kind of it's a society thing. Like
No,
uh,
it
t-
is.
t- like
It is.
hero stories, especially like dark hero stories, they have their tropes and like types of like. I joke about like Kingdom Hearts when I'm talking about Garo a lot, but a lot of things line up. Just that's for kids, this is for adults type deal.
Yeah.
Writing tropes.
Look at Kyrie's treatment in the fucking Kingdom Hearts.
Oh
series.
my god.
So yeah,
Ooh.
it's not that one person is the avatar of all misogyny and sexism. It's just kind of like, oh, this is what we usually do with these stories, so I'm just gonna do that in this story type deal. I don't think it's actively malicious. It's just kind of like a trope type deal, I'd say.
It's how it's how some writers write, unfortunately.
It's just
That's
how
just
some
how
people
it-
Them
that's
write.
how it
rubbing their
is.
hands together and being like, I can make the naked woman giant.
So I don't think when somebody writes something like autopilot, which I'm not saying Garo is, I'm talking in general, I don't think they're like they're doing it with like passion in their heart. They're like, yes, I will mistreat this woman. Like it's about something else. In the end of the day, it's just how they want to get there, which they will rely on
Right.
certain ways to get to the point they want to make.
No, yeah, like a lot of the stuff that happens in the show, I guarantee you that it wasn't like done with malicious intent, but it was done through the guise of like, oh man, here's how we could show off how evil this is.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah,
how
exactly.
like this bad thing. And straight up with with Messiah,
Okay,
it
Messiah
really
is just
was
kind of
probably just like, I want to put in a really big topless lady in my show.
and you will go for it, man. I mean, like,
Yeah.
but like all the
He
other
did
stuff
it.
out
It got aired on TV.
it aired on TV. But like
A major network. No, not a cable station. A major one of the big four of Japan.
You can't fault the guy. I mean, he got it done.
he got it
I
done.
mean, I don't know if it's the same station that airs Sazai Son, but I mean, it could have been. I don't know.
But like the stuff
this is what-
outside of that, it's like I could have been seeing the same stuff in American TV in the 2000s.
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah, like this
Oh,
is
yeah.
it's just kind of a thing. I'm not gonna say Keita Amemiya is an evil man or anything. It's just kind of like how things are.
The
Not to
baggage
say
comes with the genre.
the baggage comes
Right,
with the
right.
genre, not to excuse it, but just to give context.
Look, man, I read comic books. I know.
I read Shonen Jump manga. It is what it is.
God.
But
So
if you love this stuff,
I did want to say,
you'll love it.
oh yeah, yeah. I do have question of the week. Usually I can go more into detail, but we only have our 2 episodes here on this shorter show. Any favorite episodes that we didn't even? We obviously Mermaid episode, great horror episode, legitimately creepy. I remember when I was a kid, and I actually kind of like this episode, but when people told me the Doctor Who episode Blink was actually scary, I watched it. I was like, I mean, for Doctor Who, it's kind of scary. This was scary.
Scary,
I'm not
scary.
kidding you. Like, watching a disturbed individual do disgusting things and just kind of get away with it because of the gross negligence of society. Creepy. It's like,
Yeah.
and there's only one,
Yeah.
and the only guy who's doing anything about it, his job is to kill monsters, even though
Oh.
the human is much worse than the actual monster.
Oh,
You
Legit
know-
creepy.
You
Oh,
know
there's one
what?
thing-
I actually
go ahead.
do have an episode that I really like that we didn't really talk about
Mhm.
from
Yeah, of course.
the last session. The episode with the moon horror, whatever her name is, Luna something. But like it was the
Is that the-
episode where like the horror was like in a room with like
With
these,
those guys who are like
three
holding
trapped
hostage.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trapped
Yeah.
in a room. Yeah.
I think we talked about it a little bit,
a little
but, like,
bit, but not really actually talking about it. That was a great episode.
Yeah.
yeah, really, although I will say, as much as I love that horror, I love the setup, I love how much of it actually focused on like the human side of it.
Mhm.
Really, really disappointing fight. It ends way too fast, and it ends in such a lame way where he just, I'm
Right.
gonna slice the orb, and she's just gonna stand there and watch me do it, not do anything.
What's up?
Yeah, just attack her with your power force, lady.
It felt very video gamey, that fight. Like, oh, slash her orb, and then you can do damage to her.
But that was very that was like the most like urban legendy the horrors felt. Because it started with that high school girl talking with her friends like, hey, did you hear about this weird thing that happens at night? Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That was one I really, really enjoyed. And the implication that like Koga is just doing Men in Black shit to people that see him.
Yeah. Like when at the end of the episode where the three people are just kind of in the car is like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen with their lives after this. Oh, well.
They don't remember anything.
Yeah.
They are completely fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh,
but yeah, that was an episode I liked.
Oh yeah, man, it's tough for me because again, I've already said Mermaid episode best non-plot episode, and I've already like gushed about how the last 3 episodes are just crazy set piece after crazy set piece, right? So it's like, what's left? Do you want me to gush about episode 7 again, where they do like a wuxia fight in an abandoned like house or whatever? That was pretty awesome. I don't know, man. Garo's cool.
Garo is cool.
It is cool. It is
Magic
very cool.
Bullet was cool. I liked it. I like that they just did a Matrix episode. It's like they got the people together and they're like, we're gonna do guns this episode.
Yeah, that was directed by the action
monsters.
director, and you can tell that was like the episode was like it was
Yeah.
given director credit. The action guy is like, okay, yeah, that's like I want an excuse to have Koga doing John Wick shit, which fair enough.
Yeah.
What about you? What about you, Russ? What about an episode from you?
Oh gosh, we already hit him. I did kind of want to shout out the Crimson Forest episode.
Oh yeah, episode 20 when he just kind of does go like a fantasy quest. I loved that episode.
Yeah. Some of it felt like they were just walking around. Like, you have to respect Japanese, like these toku shows are able to turn a guy walking around around a field like he's in a mystical forest. He's trapped in this weird, bizarre inside world. Because
he's
like,
in the Lost Woods from Zelda.
Like, yeah, but I was watching with a friend in a Discord. I'm like, if you haven't watched much of the show before, does it just feel like a guy walking around a field? Because that I could totally picture that. But right now he's in enemy territory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like bought in.
Yeah,
he's going on a fucking adventure.
You know
fantasy
what?
quest.
The hardest I laughed watching the show, period, was during the Forked Road segment.
Yes.
When the reveal happened, and it's just like instantly, like the whole ground falls into
the alternate path was just
card. I literally,
that Yu-Gi-Oh! GX
as I said,
card.
I was watching. Yeah, I was watching the show. I'm like, oh, it's the Turning Paths Yu-Gi-Oh card. Thank you, Stix. That's awesome. Yeah. No, that was a lot of fun.
Oh no, look. I was watching the last episode on my phone, so if I was watching by myself in my house, I would have screamed laughed at that part where the sword and the ass shot immediately after that. That drove me insane. That I couldn't believe what my eyes were witnessing in a neutral way.
I like that the show is very grimdark, but I don't think it's taking itself too seriously.
Oh no,
I don't think it is.
No, absolutely not. They want to indulge themselves, and I think that's great. They want to do their set pieces, and they get them done. Whatever excuses they need to get to those set pieces, which are very good like world building to get to those set pieces. Yeah.
If the show was any more grounded, it would not work as well as it does.
No.
Right.
No,
if they tried to like make this like a really grounded like sword fight show with like no flips, no theatrics, no nothing,
no wire fu, no anime jumps, no.
It would be genuinely, this would be like more ridiculous than like a Showa Kamen Rider.
Like, no, yeah.
I get what you're saying 100%.
Like the fact that they're so heightened in their human forms is what makes this show work. Is how heightened everything is. Like how they're just doing Jedi Knight shit constantly.
Yep. So yeah. Garo, it kicks ass.
It kicks ass. Awesome. It's an amazing show. That CG at the end, like I was saying in chat, it's like, wow, how is this the best looking TV show of 2005 at the end? How did they do this?
Oh, yeah.
Whole time I was watching that, I was just thinking of what I was thinking of King Osher. Like the Super Sentai show.
Yeah, it's like,
and just how terrible that show looks. And meanwhile, I'm watching this lower budget show 100% from 2005, and it's able to do so much.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
It's like
not to disparage, say, I don't know, like I'd say Kamen Rider Zets. I was like, wow, they really pulling some things that I would expect from Garo in terms of CG quality. So good on Zets. I'm glad Toei's gotten their shit together recently. Which is saved by them filming things more ahead of time, so they have more time for the CG. Wow, imagine how that helps. You have more time to...
You say that, but the biggest media companies in the world do the same thing. Like, it's not a problem just endemic to them.
No,
it's
I know.
Entertainment in general.
I know how Disney works.
Well, you didn't say it. You didn't say it.
I said it.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
I said it.
All it took was the death of Sentai.
Yeah. Oh god.
And also because they wanted to, they wanted to film more stuff in advance, so then they could censor it in time to show in China. That's literally that is literally the reason why Toei's filming their stuff more ahead of time, is so that the licensors in China can have more time to get it prepared. It's how the first few episodes of GOV got leaked. Is because they had it so fucking ahead of time. Those Chinese licensors.
Oh, okay.
Like, for example, recently, Kamen Rider Zets, like literally yesterday, its final form debuted, and like the metadata for that preview image, that was filmed in October of last year. It's like, oh wow. Imagine what having all of that prep time does.
What was that old like meme that was going around with the writer community for a while? Was it, you're not supposed to know about infinity?
You're not supposed to know about Trinity. That's a whole fucking other bag of worms that we don't have time to get in here.
Yeah,
we don't have time.
That was rough. Yeah, that was rough.
We're hitting the 2 hour mark.
Yeah,
we're getting close.
Yeah, we are.
We are getting close. We need to wrap stuff up. Yeah.
So my main problem with Garo, I'm sorry to launch into this so quickly. Then too much money. I feel like I want to watch something that's like a third of the budget, maybe a fifth, actually maybe a sixth of the budget, mostly in a children's park, just some glowing stuff in a costume. But I still want to get that Keita Amemiya feel. What am I gonna watch? God, I wish I knew what I could watch. Maybe there's 2 of them I could watch, but I don't know. Hunter and Stix, do you have any ideas?
Well, I have 2 ideas. Zeiram 1 and Zeiram 2. 2 movies.
What?
For the price of one podcast episode. Whoa!
What are these mystery pictures? I'm assuming it's some sort of antacid you could get in Japan.
Yes, at your local pharmacy. No, we're watching both movies because I don't think one movie can fill one podcast episode. No offense to each of these movies.
Oh, okay.
No, they have a formula to each of them, but they're some of my favorite movies. Honestly.
Oh, okay. So you've seen them.
I've seen both of them. They're 2 of my favorite movies. Period.
Okay.
I've only seen one, but I will never forget. I think I saw a GIF on Tumblr of the zoom in on the monster face on the Zeiram costume, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, I had to track that down and watch it, and I wasn't even a huge Toku person. Oh, I guess I was. I mean, I like Power Rangers as a kid and all that, but I was like, what the fuck is that? And I had to track it down and watch it immediately. And I don't remember loving it, but I definitely thought I was like, this is such an interesting labor of love. Yeah, I think it only has two or three locations and one's in an industrial park. This might be a misremembering though. Maybe it's more lavish and more. They do more than I expect.
For the first one, definitely it's what you're describing. Sorry to say.
Yeah, but that's fine because I'm much more now that I kind of know the lay of the land and what we're getting out and more of the context. But I'm excited to watch it. We're doing Zeiram 1 and 2, by the way. That's the joke.
That's the joke, yes.
I've never seen them. I've never seen them. I don't know anything about these movies like at all. When you first, genuinely, no joke, when I first heard it, I thought you said Zebra Man.
Oh no!
Because I know what that
future episode.
That's way off in the distance. No. Zeiram is cool. We're keeping on the Keita Amemiya joint. I mean, we love the look, and this is where I think this is. He had already had his work in the Toku industry. This is where he this was his original Garo. This was his first getting to show the world his vision via hyper expensive, probably $80 at that time, VHS cassettes.
Well, I have to say, I'm just to say sorry. We are not watching Hokkaido next time. Maybe in the future. Oh, yeah, for sure. we'll get that juicy Toshiki Inoue Keita Amemiya combo, which happens a few more times afterwards. But that's we want to watch Zeiram because I think that's just something that I can get something more. I can like Hokkaido, I can get lots out of, but Zeiram, I don't know. I just think people don't talk about it as much as Hokkaido, in my opinion. I think more people should watch Zeiram. So that's what we're watching next time. Anyway,
you guys know it had a game?
I know it had an anime
zone.
Oh, he has the Iria anime, which I hear is pretty good.
Which I hear is great. I've watched the opening. I bought the Blu-ray, still haven't seen it. Great opening.
Oh, the story of our lives. I bought it. I mean, I haven't watched it yet. But I will. It's that mythical day when things line up. We're gonna watch all that garbage we own on Blu-ray, right?
My pile of Blu-rays are fucking staring at me, man.
I've been purposely not buying anything until I finish one of the DVDs and Blu-rays I have.
God,
man, it's rough. It's rough. It's stop. Well, you know what? Maybe they should stop making things that look cool that activate a part of my brain that makes me want them.
Stop putting shit on sale, you assholes. Thank you.
Quit working with cheap media companies, too.
Yeah. Anywho. Well, everybody. Well, I guess I should say 106. Anything you want to plug?
YouTube, /blue sky / letterbox /_ for YouTube, kind of rough. I didn't get to make the video I wanted to make for last month, so I put out a TF2 gameplay video, and it bombed horrifically.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I mean, I'm fine with it. I put those out when I can't make a video for that month, and the funniest part is that it still didn't get uploaded by the end of April because I forgot that there were 30 days in April and not 31. But I am trying to make a video for this month. I'm also working on a little something else, but I can't talk about it on this podcast.
Fair enough.
But you will see the fruits of that labor when it happens. Outside of that, I don't know. I might make a video about Shelby Oaks. I don't know anymore. What about you, Stix?
As the expert on YouTube horror, whereas I was like, I didn't watch any of that stuff. So have they made a Marble Hornets movie yet? I watched Marble Hornets as a teenager.
They did make a Marble Hornets movie without the creators, actually.
Ugh.
Wow. Okay, come on. That's crazy.
Stix?
Usual rbpsstix.bluesky.social. My letterbox is rbps. That's all I want to share. Up to you, Russ.
Oh man, I got all my goofy stuff. I mean, I have LP Clam.
Yep.
If people know about LP Clam, maybe I'll put more of a description of it. I think I actually linked one of the videos in the last upload of my the playthrough of we did Elmo's Big Letter Adventure where I got backseated. It's I'm the first guy who ever got backseated playing Elmo's Big Letter Adventure. Where people were complaining about my ability to spell, which I think it turned out to an entertaining stream. I was enjoying watching it again, but in the moment it made me angry. So I hope you all enjoy that. Let's see. Hogcast Speedy Delivery. You can check that out too. I'm like a content freak now. I make too much of this crap.
Oh no.
No, this is the good one though. If you're listening to this right now, this is my primo stuff.
This is his passion project.
This is the other stuff is how I'm paying the bills by making up to $4 to $5 on here.
Yeah, the rest of that side stuff. This is where his like real loyalties lie. It's with us and it's with you, the listener.
Yes.
I have had friends.
You would really appreciate it if you subscribed to the podcast, liked it, and
share it with your friends. Russ puts up with me recording late, with us recording late for a reason.
Send it.
Hunter's the one who's living. I'm just gonna say I have in the past had people be like, "Oh, can you hang out?" Oh no, I got to do my podcast homework. The show is technically giving yourself homework, but you know what? I have been enjoying.
It's an enjoyable homework. It's some of my favorite homework I've ever done.
As somebody who does a podcast where I make myself watch horrible movies or bad TV shows or slop, and then I'm like, oh wait, this is a show where I'm watching like good stuff that
you're watching crafts being made.
Yeah.
See,
anyway,
I would like to formally announce what I think our goal should be for the podcast. Send the episodes of this podcast, specifically the Godzilla ones, to the guys that run G-Fest. So we can get invited to it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be epic.
Do that.
Oh, no.
So you say on your show multiple times you're not an expert and you don't know anything, and I nod my head and go, yes.
Yes.
I just have listened to too many podcasts and pretend I know anything.
No, see, that's how we get in. That's how we get in.
Yeah.
That's how we get clout.
We need informal, formal experts. That is what the world needs more of, and that's what we're doing here.
Totally real job. I'm sure that can pay my bills. Just be that guy who talks into the microphone and doesn't do anything, doesn't really know anything, but people like to listen to him.
We get characters' names wrong during the episode.
I tried to get the names right. Thank you very much.
I couldn't remember. I called the butler Gonzo.
I did too. Anyway. Replace. Hey, for shows where you could replace every cast member with a Muppet. This might not. Kaoru would be the best to keep human, but everybody else a Muppet. That'd be pretty good.
She'd be funny to react to her. It's that, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I had to quote it up here a second ago.
You have it there. I also put it in the chat.
Line. Oh, let me go there. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us. Because where there is light, shadow lurk, and fear reigns, yet by the yapping of podcasters, mankind was given hope.
The yapping of podcast.